What's up? All right, so today I feel like I totally forgot to do something, but we should be okay. All right, we have a Honda Accord, and we're going to be doing carbon on the windshield, and we're going to be doing ceramic on the front doors. Not something we typically do, mix and match that way, but it's actually, believe it or not, a good way to save some money and still get some good heat rejection. Just nobody ever asked. So we're doing 5 on the front doors. The back has already been tinted elsewhere, I don't know where. And then we're doing 35 on the full windshield. So got to remember, carbon on the windshield, ceramic on the front doors. Remind me. What's going on, guys? So I'm still kind of waking up here. I feel like I missed a whole bunch of things, but I think everything's good. What's up, Christian, Eric, Alejandro, Jeff. Appreciate the squeegees. Love from Long Island. Thank you. Good morning from Oregon. Dang. All over the place. So, all right. I'm here in Detroit. Dang, I was just going to say, nobody's here in my state, but there we go. Toronto. All right, so we're going to get started here in just a minute. I'm just going to wait for some people to hop in here. And then just, yeah, so I totally did a thing. We put up this wall, which, so this is 8 feet. And I kind of wish it was 12 feet. They had a 12-foot one. But, like, now I'm seeing it on camera, and I'm like, but I put that shit up by myself. Whew. It's heavy. That stuff is heavy. That is, like, legit Toys R Us store gondola shelving. Are you slowing down? I seem to be slowing down a lot. We've definitely been slowing down on phone calls. Is it drywall? No, it's like, it's kind of hard to tell with the little blur, but it is like pegboard gondola shelving, like legit grocery store grade, Toys R Us grade, because it's actually from a Toys R Us. And it's like, yeah, it's hefty. So I wanted, like, the whole idea was dressing it up with lots of tools and stuff, which is why I spent $1,000-ish on some tools. And then I filled up that box, so I gotta, I don't know. We're gonna have some fun with it, I think, over a period of time. A lot of people seem to be slowing down a little bit. That's what happens, though. So you get kids going back to school coming up here. Don't they start in, like, September 1st here or something? But, like, you always have rushes and you always have slowdowns. That's just kind of how this goes. How long those slowdowns are, they're usually not that bad. They're usually like, woo, woo, and before you know it, you'll be busy again. And that's why you hustle extra hard in the summertime and save up a little bit for slower times, but keep consistent work. Everybody feels like a marketing genius in the summertime. All right. Let's, oh yeah, I did another thing too. I gotta wait for, I don't know if I want to spoil it. I don't know if I want to, not yet. What kind of camera do you use? It looks amazing. Thank you. It is that one, the camera itself is actually not that bad. That is, what is that? A Canon SL2. That was like one of the smaller, cheaper ones with good autofocus at the time, but I put a Sigma 18-35 1.8 lens on it. The lens is what really makes a camera. A big sensor on a lens. Don't look at 4K. Don't look at 1080. Ignore that stuff. A good lens though. Yeah, that one. No good autofocus and no good stabilization, though. So if you carry it around, it's jittery as all fuck. Which is why it never moves. All right. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, wait. Oh, are they broken now? I did a thing. All right. Well, let's get a tool belt. Oh, yeah. I gotta send the, the link to the customer. I totally forgot. Let me do that real quick. I told him I would. It's not the headgear. But yeah. Where's your channel? Please, YouTube, pull up my live. Thank you. Look at that. How do we share? Copy link. So it was that one. Good. GoPro. Sweet. All right. We got some work to do. So let's get started here. We're doing the front doors and the full windshield, like I said. We got to do ceramic on the front doors, and then we got to do carbon on the full windshield. So let's get some tools here. Put some stuff back. I used this guy yesterday. It says pink clean, so I used it to help clean a back window. I actually scraped a back window yesterday. Not something I typically do, but they self-did their removal. And, yeah, he's like, I did a pretty good job. And I didn't see the state of the film beforehand, but lots of little pieces all over that back window. So it was like purpley, flaky stuff. And he's like, yeah, so I removed it myself. I pulled like a big clear layer off. And then there was just like thin, flaky stuff left behind. So he basically took a razor and scraped his whole back window. And I was like, ooh, those defrosters aren't going to work anymore, and they're going to kind of look like garbage. And he's like, I don't care about the defrosters. That's fine. I was like, okay. So I actually went through with a razor blade and polished up his defrosters and blacked out the whole back window. And I'll tell you, a back window, I like it better when you don't have orange lines through it. But you have to sacrifice your defrosters to do that. But it looked much better. So, and then you don't have the defroster issues on those anyways. Did you do the quarters? No. No, I haven't tinted any of this. This came in like this, so we're just doing the front doors and the full windshield. He had, oh, I remember what he said he did. He had the back half of it tinted at Tint World. Nothing cleaner than a defroster-free back window. That's for sure. You know, it is kind of tedious to do it. Like, it's not horrible, but you're sitting there making sure every line is scraped so all the orange is out of it. And what would be cool is to just kind of like, you know, who uses their defrosters anyways? Just do it as an upsell. I bet you could upsell it. I'd offer it for free. Can we? And we'll leave this here. I was gonna pull that off, but there's like this sticky there. I was just gonna do it to kind of get it out of the way so I could scrape this. Have you ever tinted any 62 to 70 Chevy trucks? A handful, but it's been quite a while since I've done any of them. They usually were not in very good shape either. Stuff like that is very unique. Does Michigan have inspection stickers? No. So this was bought somewhere else. Thankfully, we don't have these annoying things with adhesive at the bottom on every car. They're not. You're just kind of like in an awkward place for your hand. Unfortunately, he's got a little stopper thing right there. Oh, we're doing 35 on the full windshield. Volvos? Yeah, I've done a bunch more Volvos. I just haven't done them on stream. Let's clean all the blue out of this. Can you name the Volvos you've done? Whatever the popular ones are. I haven't done, like, I don't get them very often, but I've done a bunch of them over the years. They're all kind of the same. Except that really funky hatch back window one. Volvo's kind of like middle of the road. They're like, some of them have tighter seals. They're generally not super curved back windows and pretty straightforward. Ooh, we got more adhesive here. Wow, that's hiding all over this back window, or the windshield. So it's definitely a good idea to remove all this before you go to cover it up with whatever you're gonna shrink with. Because then you can at least see it now. Later on, you're gonna be stuck. Yep.
Christian Medina super chatted $9.99. Appreciate all your videos. Just started tinting and it's
Super
100%
chat.
not as easy as it looks. First time watching you live, but I have a
popped up yet?
boatload of things to do, so I'll watch later. Coffee's on me.
Or is it broken? Christian with the 10. Sorry, I'm waiting for it to pop. Did it not pop up? Are my alerts busted now? Did you guys see it? I didn't see it. I got the message. Christian with the 10. Appreciate all your... It popped up? Oh, it did pop up. Okay. Christian with the 10, thank you. Appreciate all your videos. Just started tinting and 100% not as easy as it looks. First time watching you live, but I have a boatload of things to do, so I'll watch later. Coffee's on me. Aw, thank you. Coffee's on him. That's the best. Well, glad it worked. I didn't see it, and I was waiting for it to pop up, but I was busy scrubbing when it did. Well, that's awesome. Unfortunately, the thingy that I set up did not work, so we got to do some troubleshooting too. Okay. So let's get rid of that one. Let me check what's going on here. Ever considered doing home tint? Could not get the broadcast. Oh, I've got a connection problem. Okay, I can fix that. I thought about it, but I haven't really wanted to pursue architectural a whole bunch. Mostly because a lot of things that I've set up is here. Well, everything I've set up is here. Okay. So hopefully that works. Dashboard. YouTube's connected. Oh, that's good. Okay, maybe it'll work next time. Cool. This is all. I have another program running in the background. How do you do the super chats? Super chats are on YouTube. Other platforms don't have it. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can do a super chat. It'll be in the bottom right corner. But thank you. I'm glad you like the videos. How difficult are the 15 Beetles? Not as hard as the older Beetles. No, they're not quite as difficult. Some of them are definitely a challenge, but like they're not quite as curved as the old ones. I gotta drive an hour. Hopefully you're still tinting in an hour. I'll probably still be here, but just leave it on. Just don't watch as much. But something like that is difficult. All right, so we got one side off. Let's take the other one off. District of Columbia. Does carbon have a different hue or color? Every film has a different hue or color. See, this one's easier because it doesn't have that thing in the way. And there's not as much adhesive. But that's a good question. Yes, it will have carbon has a different hue from ceramic, but that's kind of like with every film across the board. So one carbon is going to look different from like another carbon, and that carbon is going to look different from a ceramic. So like in that case, yes, it's just every film, one from the next, has a different look to it, like slightly different hue. They all look black on the outside, so on the outside they're all going to look the same. On the inside, it's a different story. And that's really annoying for like factory, right? If somebody just puts out a blanket statement like this film looks great for factory, like this brand, sometimes like it usually comes down to like a particular film from that company that matches factory better, and then which factory does it match, because every factory's tint is different. Okay, so these mirrors, a little different. They look like they'd have like a little push pin or something up here, but these ones are actually just a twist off style. So you just crank it to the left or the right, and then it'll pop off. So this slide up, boom, off. Easy peasy. No screws on that one. So if you guys need to take one of those off, that's how you do it. Did we clean the outside? We didn't clean the outside, did we? No, we did. Yes, we did. We scrubbed it. We squeegeed it off. Just a little dust started to settle on it. I was almost going to do it again. Gold in my hands. I did get an update saying that it should be processed soon. And that's about all I heard. So, yeah. Maybe next year. No, it's not going to take that long, but, like, good God, it's just, like, just got to try and forget about it with how long it's been taking. Making sure I didn't miss anything. So I'm going to put yeah, right there. Nope, stay out of my way. Okay, cool. We're going to finish prepping the windshield. And then once we do that, we're going to knock out these doors. Because this needs to sit here and dry for about 2 minutes. So in that time, we'll have some doors tinted. Do you charge more for older cars like this? It depends on the vehicle and just how old. These ones, no. These ones are fit in the regular pricing. They're really because they're just straightforward. They are older, but look, I started tinting on cars like this, so not a big deal. Some of these earlier 2000s and stuff, they'll have their own little unique challenges and whatnot, but for the most part, this one's pretty straightforward, just those quarters. All right, so let's roll these down. We're gonna tape these up. Now sponsored by Lowe's. Not sponsored by Lowe's. But it's sure gonna look like it. How's the Lowe's? It's basically the same. It's maybe just a tad bit more teary. Like it'll tear a little more annoyingly on you. But it sticks fine. Same type of adhesive and stuff, and just cheaper and available locally. So it's a viable option. I don't think it's quite as wide either. But yeah, it's fine. It works. I don't like that it says Lowe's all over it, though. When you started tinting from home, did you lose customers? Yeah, well, I started my business, like the Detroit Tint Studio thing, from my home. And I could tell right off the bat, I mean, it was new, but when people search and see it's a home, I mean, you're already going to weed out a bunch of people from coming to you. They're just not comfortable with it. It's weird. It's like, you know, I'd rather go to like a company rather than a dude tinting out of his garage. And there were a lot of times it was kind of like a surprise. So like some people would just call and book, and then all of a sudden they're like, we'd kind of like surprise them with it in a way. And at that point they're just kind of like, well, you know, I guess I'm already going there. I just didn't advertise it as much. But what they did see though was everything else that I was doing. So they saw that like videos, streaming, the work. So it's like they kind of knew at least what they were getting into for the work and stuff. It just was a little bit of a surprise that it was at a house. But as soon as I went to a physical location, my call traffic went up. Lots more inquiries. But just because you're getting more inquiries doesn't mean you're getting the right type of traffic either. So, you know, when you're a newer business, you're getting lots of people that are just calling for pricing and availability. They're like, yeah, all these other places are booked up. What do you have? What does the tape do? It's like we're making a brand new seal. This car has been on the road for years, and we're taking all that dirt and we're just locking that in, and it's not going to be a problem. So it has a brand new seal from Lowe's. Oh, that one's interesting. So we put it on the bottom. I'm more you don't have to put it on the bottom yet. This is more me just playing around with options. So, it's a brand new roll. I swear to God, they use different plastic for every box that they have. Carpet Shield is the most inconsistent product I think I've ever seen. Okay, so the tape on the bottom is really for this right here. It gives, the tape seems to stick better than the Carpet Shield in certain circumstances, but I wouldn't. It is a little tight there, huh? All right. Ooh, especially right there. That's a unique one for sure. The Carpet Shield sticks to most door panels, and I'd try it with this one too. We have just a little bit more room on that side. Okay. Glad I saw that ahead of time. Are we at the end of this one? Almost. Yeah, we got it. Yep, we're at the end. How often do you receive a call from somebody that wants tint the same day? All the time. That's a good amount of the tint business, like the industry. And I had one yesterday. I am so over same day appointments and stuff like that. God, they drive me crazy. No deposit, no tinty. Sorry. I had a guy call me, 2021 Ram, wanted the whole thing without the windshield limo. I had an opening. I'm like, sure, bring it on down. Like in like an hour or something like that. It was like, he called at 11. I told him 12:30, bring it on in. This was yesterday. Didn't show. Like, oh yeah, a lot of places are all booked up right now. Really want to get it done today. Okay, cool. Yeah, bring it on down. All right, cool. Awesome. I'll be there. It just doesn't show. I'm so over same day appointments. So if you leave a deposit, I can still do it, like, if there happens to be an opening. But, like, I looked at the clock, and I'm like, man, it's kind of dumb to deposit it if he's going to be here in, like, an hour. Whatever, just come on down. But I always have something that I'm working on, too. So it was like, if he didn't show up, I wasn't going to be sad about it, just really annoyed. But that's how it goes sometimes. Oh yeah, that is the 5% right here. Dude, I've sat through so much of that at so many different companies. Impulsive people for tint are very unreliable. It doesn't mean they're not going to show up. It just is going to mean it's a completely inconsistent customer base. If they have to wait a week for their next car, they'll go somewhere else. They're all about just like price and convenience. Usually they're more about convenience, but for the love of God, I'm gonna get deposits from all of them. I'm so over that. I've been thinking about, like, even if I had an opening, I'm like, just almost want to make somebody wait. Just because it's like, if you gotta wait like a day to get your tint done, a day or two to get it done, like, the people that have left deposits are amazing clients, like, all of them. They're all, like, they've all been good. It's the impulsive, I need it done now. They drive me absolutely crazy. And it's not all of them. There's good ones out of there. It's just the bad ones really give the whole group a bad name. And I get it. Like, you want to get it. It's like when you settle on doing it, or like when you, this goes for anybody. Anybody buying pretty much anything. It's like, you know, when you put your money down on something, you don't want to wait. That's why Amazon shipping is where it's at right now. It's like, just get them the thing now. So it's kind of, when you make up your mind for tint, that's kind of how it is. Like, the sooner the better. But, good God, I'm just so over it. How much is the deposit? The deposit's only $40 right now. We might change it to half the job. I just set it for 40 to make it pretty easy. But everybody that's left a $40 deposit has communicated with me in one way or another. I think there's maybe been one person who I never heard from again. But it seems like everybody is like, when they give you money, even if they have to cancel, you'll hear about it. And that's the problem that it really fixes. It's like, that guy, I have no fucking clue what happened. Just didn't pick up the phone anymore. Okay. Super chat.
LKB Python super chatted $5.
Did it?
Chocolate covered almonds or chocolate covered peanuts.
What is going on with this? Oh. Really? We'll figure this out. Thank you. Thank you so much for the 5. Chocolate covered Almonds or chocolate-covered peanuts? Probably peanuts. Yeah, peanut M&Ms are better. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so I hooked up some fog machines. Technical difficulties. So, fog machines are supposed to go off with super chats now. And they'll always be there. I was trying to figure out something that I could just kind of always have on. Fog machines are one of those things. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't you not going to be able to see? It's special fog. It goes away quick. So I'm waiting on a couple of brackets, and I'm going to hang them from the top. So it'll be fun. But that's why I wasn't upset that my, just irritated. That's why I wasn't, like, completely upset that my guy didn't show up yesterday. Because I was setting that up. Little trimmage right here. There we go. This is double 5 right now. Hang on, let's turn it into single 5. For all you double 5 people, look at that. There, now it's single 5. I do mobile tinting, and one day I was in front of a client's house, seeing the car. He told me to tint, and nobody came out of the house. Nobody answered the phone. Wow. Let's go tint the outside real quick. Be like, I tinted your car, and then he'd respond quick, and he'd be like, what? Unbelievable. Yeah, so I was in similar boat with doing mobile for shops. They didn't take deposits. So I can't tell you the number of times we would, like, it was just a regular thing. And they got better with the schedule, but, okay. Pros and cons of mobile tinting when you're running around from place to place and you're not taking deposits. So I was mobile for quite a few companies. Like, I contracted for a tint company, and then we would go around and we would tint for other shops. And it was first come, first serve for a while. So basically, this shop called for a 10 o'clock Monday appointment. This other shop called for an 11 o'clock Monday appointment. Another shop would call for a 2 o'clock Monday appointment. So you were just ping pong all over the place. You would run in, unpack your toolbox, knock it out, pack up, and go somewhere else. We never took deposits, and there were plenty of times that you would go to somewhere and you go you'd expect somebody to be there for an appointment, and then they wouldn't be there. And then they're like, oh, yeah, it's been 10, 15 minutes. Let me call them. And you're like looking at the clock because you got to run somewhere else and go do another car. So you don't really have much time to wait around anyways. So best case scenario at that point, they show up right away. Worst case scenario is that they actually show up like half an hour late. Because then you have to try and scramble and make up for literally the other cars. If you were near the end of your day, it wasn't as big of a deal, but you're like trying to play catch up now through your day. That drove me crazy. So the pros of not taking a deposit was then like, if you give them that little leeway and they didn't show up for their appointment, then you can either take something else at another shop. So we had other shops calling like, okay, so this shop, the guy didn't show up. What else do you have for me? And then usually we could wiggle around the schedule in a busy week and find something else to do. So that was at least the plus side of it. So taking deposits for these companies, like when I say take a deposit, you're not asking them to come in and physically leave one, because that's just obnoxious. You need a way to do it over the internet or over the phone. So not fond of the way that all went. Eventually, the way that mobile kind of transformed was, okay, this shop will have Monday, the next shop will have Tuesday, the next shop will have Wednesday, and then we would just try and gauge based on their ambition. So like if we came around to the Monday that shop had and they just had like nothing booked, then we would start taking away their day, and they'd get really pissy with us. Like, well, when are we supposed to book our tint? And it's like, well, you're not booking tint. You don't get a day anymore. You call us and we'll see if we can squeeze you in somewhere. And then you kind of like whittle your schedule for the ones that are really pulling in the work, and then favoring those shops because they're the ones that are really bringing in a lot of work for you. But if you're doing that without shops, then you unfortunately have the bit about you're running from house to house. I did hear something. If you're physically running to somebody's house and not taking deposits, I mean, you are just showing up at their house and like knocking on their door. You would think somebody's gonna answer, but to the guy that just said that the car was in the driveway and then nobody was picking up or answering, like, I feel you, man. That sucks a bunch. No fun at all. I like staying out of a shop better. All the pack up, run around, I've done it. It makes good money. Your overhead is low, but you never have really much of a home base to put your stuff other than maybe like a home or a trailer that you haul around with you. So it is really nice to, like, if I have somebody else wanting to get their car done, I just have them leave it out in the lot, or I can pull it in the shop. You know what I mean? Like, I always got the space to handle something else here. But I have more overhead too. So there's that. It's just no fun. Do you spray a car off afterwards? No, but it'd be smart too.
LKB
But
Python's super chatted $2.
I don't really want to touch
I
the
wanna
paint.
see lights go off and you're the man.
Super chat. But yeah, I don't watch the rinsing the car would be fine, and I've done it a handful of times. I just try and stay away from the paint because I don't want to be blamed for like scratches or anything. LKB with the 2, because I want to see the lights go off and you're the man. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that a lot. That was 2. I set the fog machines for 5. Oh, there it is. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Really? Why don't these work?
Hey man, nice
I didn't
shot,
even know how to
super
test
chatted
it. I thought I
$5.
fixed it.
Thanks for taking the time to stream, brother.
Dang.
Best of
All
luck
right,
with your
more
business.
troubleshooting. Thank you for the super. 1 second, let me tuck this. Sorry, I was really like, oh, there it is. Still technical difficulties with those. We'll figure them out. I don't know why. First it said it wasn't connected, then I reconnected it, and it looked like everything was gonna work at that point. See, we're pretty tight. We're right down here. The paneling is, I don't have much room to get this, and we're still somehow sneaking it in here. Unless I spoke too soon. Look at it. It's just this corner. Come on.
LKB Pythons super chatted $10. 5 hell here's
There
10.
we go. Yep, we tight there, but we got it. Dang, super chats are coming in. Thank you. Unless it's off or something. There's probably like some dumb setting that hasn't been toggled on. Looked like everything else was set up. It was kind of a challenge to even get it to a working point. So, not surprising that there's more wrong with it. Just annoying. Give it one nice clean swipe straight across the whole thing. Got a little finger right there. We can press that out. That's another reason I like this whole taping thing. But that's relatively new. But it covers you. Yeah, we gotta heat that. Yeah, so this guy right here, the window's just a little bit more rounded than I shrunk it for, but I'm not really shrinking it on the inside right now. I'm just throwing some air and heat towards it, getting it to kind of tack up. And then most of that will be done on the outside too, but there we go. It's gone. There'll be times when you want to heat up the inside a little bit. Just to kind of warm up that film, warm up the glue, and start drying out the water extra quick. So heating up the glass kind of like gets everything hot and evaporating it and kind of steaming it. Running air on the inside just kind of like sweeps a lot of heat in there real quick and blows some air. When you get airflow, you start drying out water. Cool. That one's good. So that right there, now I don't have water dripping all there, even with if the carpet shield All right, we have a couple of super chats here. What did we have? Oh, we had quite a few. What was it? LKB with the 2. Because I want to see the lights go off and you're the man. Thank you. Hey, man, nice shot. I like your username. $5. Thanks for... Oh, this one. We need this one. Thanks for taking the time to stream, brother. Best of luck with your business. Thank you. I really appreciate that. What a nice super chat. And then we had another one from LKB. $10. 5. Hell, here's 10. Thank you. All right, for all you guys. There's got to be something with this right now. Thank you guys. That's supposed to go off now with the supers. Where is my oh? Yeah, it's a little ridiculous, I know. So, connections. YouTube is connected. Alerts. YouTube. Super chat. 4. Type. Hey! Holy shit, it worked. I think. No way. How about that? I wasn't expecting it to work. I don't know what I did. Jose! Maybe it was just because Jose. Super chatted 5.
Jose
Thank you.
78 Rios super chatted $4.99. Text.
Thank you, sir. You fixed it. I see you never use hard cards at all, not even on the outside. No, I use felt cards instead. Oh, come on. Is it not gonna work this time? Oh,
Jose 78 Rios super chatted $4.99. Text again.
Leave it open? What is going on? Looks like the car's light. Oh shit, you're right. All right, we fixed it. Dang, you broke it. Come on. Did it freeze? Okay,
LKB Python super chatted $5. All let's get party started.
All right, we got more to tint. So there's only so much that we can do. Activate queue. Did I have to do that? Was that like a thing I had to do? Activate a queue? This is new software to me. So what's supposed to happen is super chat and then this. Okay, so maybe now it'll work. LKB, thank you for the 5. All right, let's get the party started. And I'm shooting it off for you guys that super chat anyway, so if it doesn't work, I have a little switcher thing here. But let's keep going. GoPro. Yeah, so I bought 2 fog machines. We're gonna mount them up here. They're there until like Friday. They're on the ground right now. They're fun. Yeah, this right here, that's why we had a little guy pop up on the side, so. Whoa! Hey! I think it works now. How about that? I think maybe I figured out the last thing that I have to click to make it work.
Super chatted $4.99.
Well, cool. How about
Let's
that?
get smoke.
Shit went off now. So I know you guys want the balloon, and there's gonna be times that we can do the balloon. I'll bring it back. There's times that we could still do it. But I wanted something like this client is waiting up front right now. So I don't want to freak people out with a giant explosion. I know you guys do. I don't. So it is over a certain. It's got to be $5 though. So just because I don't want it going off all the time for like somebody that wants to do like $1, $1, $1.
What's the oldest car you ever tinted?
But thank you, Jose with a 5. Let's get smoke. And then it's not working. Oh, come on. Don't.
LKB
No.
Python super chatted $5. I'm digging it for sure.
Stupid piece of technology. Yeah. All right. Sorry, they're getting out of hand here. Dak with the 2. What's the oldest car you ever tinted? Thank you so much for the 2. Oldest car. I've done like 60s wagons. Like there was this old 60s wagon that I did. Flat glass, took forever to tint. I don't remember what it was even called, but it was like a old green station wagon. And then LKB with a 5. I'm digging it for sure. Dude, I'm so sorry. It did work. It's like, how is it half working? God, it's so annoying. Everything's set up to where, like, if I do a test, it works. Would you ever tint over a sticker? Sure, if somebody wanted me to, but not on purpose. You know, I was down in Texas, and I saw so many stickers that were tinted over, so much brown tint, so many bubbled back windows. It was crazy. I've never seen so many bubbled back windows. I'm sure that goes for a lot more places down south, but just saying. Notice it specifically there. Dang. Now I have no, like, I legitimately don't know. Because it's weird. I think one of the worst troubleshooting problems is, like, inconsistency. I was really happy to finally get it to a state where it was working. Why is it only, like, see, it didn't go off again.
Jose78 Rios super chatted $4.99. Let's go.
Jose with a 5. Let's go smoke and tint some windows. Thank you. I'll run back over and I'll set it off again. Let me get this one tinted. Dang. I don't know what's going on with them. The inconsistent problems, though. That's where it really gets annoying, when you think you have it all fixed and it's like it works, and then all of a sudden for whatever reason you have no idea why it doesn't work. Everything's set to like reset, and it didn't. It's gotta just not be going to like scene 1 or something. I don't know. That could be where I can't even. I could totally explain. I could totally explain the setup, but it even like I don't know anything about DJ lighting, and I had to learn about DMX lighting in order to get this whole thing to work. DMX, MIDI, old school lighting setups, and fog machine connections, and all that kind of fun stuff. Cool. So it should be on scene 1, and if it's not on scene 1, then it's a problem. Alright, let's try and tuck this one in tight. I don't think this one was as tight as the other one, though. Don't freeze on me. That's just rude. There we go. Come on. Come. I wonder if part of it got pushed down. Oh, that's worse than the other side. That's not great. Fuck, really? We might have to redo this one. I don't like that. See, one that's that big isn't gonna lay down easy. So, what happened here? I shrunk it. Huh, it was too curved somewhere. It just didn't get shrunk right. That hasn't happened in a minute. All right, let's grab a roll. Where's my 5? Short 5. It's this guy. Hopefully we got enough on this one. Yes, we do. I need to see the failures to learn. So the fingers on the side, we kind of had one on the driver's or on the passenger side, but it went away. On this one, best I can tell you is that the top got smushed just a little bit, just to a point where it wasn't laying even. So all the film was starting to bunch up on the bottom half, and you need it to all lay even on the glass, so that's why you shrink it, and I did shrink it. But wasn't quite there yet, I guess. I don't know, it looked like it was. We'll fix it up here. See, fog machines. Fog machines have it screwed up right now. One that's that big, no, not really. You gotta push it somewhere else. So I'd basically have to get it to go out the top. And I already locked down the whole top. It's just, you're better off, rather than trying to fight with it, you're better off just redoing it. Because now you have air trailing back in and potentially dirt falling with it, even though we taped the sides. It's not like a perfect fix. So we'll shrink it better next time. And then hopefully we won't have that problem. Make sure the top is locked down. So there's a couple of things that basically could have happened there. Subtle little things there. So when we rolled up the window, it could have knocked down the side a little bit, like one of the sides. But basically, it caused material to all bunch up towards the bottom rather than lay evenly flat. So whatever we did, there was just extra material all bunched up, extra tint all bunched up. So now we're ready to shrink it. So you ever look back at your videos and analyze? Not for window tinting. For other things, sometimes I'll watch it back, but if I was learning, I would absolutely watch things over and over. See that? Those little guys right there? Just need to make sure this is all shrunk out the bottom. Thoughts on the Sharpie method? I don't do it, but I can respect it. I actually bought a couple of Sharpies so we could revisit that in the future. I thought the Sharpie method was actually really slow, but there's some guys that do it really fast. They pointed out a couple of things that you can do to help speed your time up. So what's cool about it is, like, you can mark your sides, mark the bottom, and then you can see where your Sharpie line is. And then you can make your pattern just a little bit wider than that, so you don't even have to shift film over. And then you gotta line it back up though and cut your top edge. Or wait, no. No, you can actually line it up, mark the whole thing, cut your top edge, and then make your bottom and your sides a little bit wider. You don't even have to go back and forth at all. So it's cool. It'll work. I think I just saw some people do it slow initially. I was surprised it was a thing even in the beginning, but you do need glass boards to do the Sharpie method though. You're not just Sharpieing on the car and then cutting it out on the car. So for that reason, it's kind of hard to do that mobile unless you bring like a glass stand board thingy. And even then, ugh, it's annoying. All right, so we're right back where we were before. The mistake. So when people ask me, how do I know if a window is shrunk enough or I didn't shrink enough? Like in that circumstance, I know I didn't shrink enough. I mean, it's possible I did, but in some material, like, I'll show you. Shrink top and bottom? No. I don't like shrinking the top, but I wouldn't blame you for doing it. There's extra curve up at the top, so. Oh, don't stick there. Don't stick there. Come on. How would you know if you shrunk too much? If you shrunk too much, you're not going to be able to get this pattern laid. It's going to fight against you. But if you didn't shrink enough, then you have fingers popping up on the inside. So the one other possibility is that part of the pattern got knocked down when I rolled the window up. So what that means is that I put half the pattern on the glass, smooth it out, and then get it to lock in place. And then when I roll this up, this whole seal can press down on that film and cause it to do. I don't think that's what happened, but that was another possibility. Front corner bunched up. It was bunching up, but that doesn't give you a ton of fingers over on the other side of the window. It was all the smoke. So I just curled it a little bit better, made sure that the whole pattern was basically like smoothed out with the curve. And like we did the other side just fine. And now look, like everything looks like it's much better now. So I'm sorry I kind of skipped through the very beginning of that mistake, but I feel like I already wasted a bunch of time, so I was kind of just trying to make up for it at that point. I don't want to make a job like this take 5 hours. But yeah, I don't know. It just was funny. And now it's better. So everything laid down much more evenly that time. Made sure everything was kind of smoothed out where it needed to be, and bippity bop, we're all good. See, this is the only thing about the Lowe's tape that I don't like as much as the tuck tape. Tuck tape will tear too, but not near as much. Lowe's, you'll get a couple of tears here or there. You ever lose your cool? What? No, that never. Oh yeah, that definitely happens. I think one of the, so, yeah, definitely. It's really like, the thing that gets me is like something that should be easy, and then you all of a sudden burn through like 3 different patterns just trying to get that one window done. That'll start to trigger you real quick. No fun there. But yeah, this one looks good now. I'm happy with it. Ceramic on the sides. And then we gotta do carbon on the windshield. So, what is it? 11:30? Yeah, not too bad. Is there any waterproof tape to cover inspection stickers? I mean, you can kind of just laminate it with a piece of tint. All right, so we need to get 35. Can you talk about the windshield heat rejection and clarity? Sure. So this is Geo. We're doing C2 carbon on the windshield. We did Pro Nano ceramic on the sides. You get about 50% infrared heat rejection across the board with all the IR films. They vary just a little bit, but there's a spec sheet so you can see exactly how much it does. But this film, there was a leap forward in carbon. So the difference from one carbon and the next is really, I mean, it could come down to a few things for installers, for sure, and there's always going to be a little bit of a color difference from one film brand to the next, but the biggest thing that this film fixed was clarity. They're making their carbon, like carbon basically has to be, like it's real bits of carbon that have been like little nano-sized carbon particles. So the smaller that you can get those particles, the clearer that the film is going to be. And they basically have a refined process for getting that carbon down to a smaller size. So when they put it in the film, it's more clear. You still get the same heat rejection, or better, but it's going to be clearer. So that was actually a visible difference from one to the next. We have a video from last year on the channel that shows the differences between a cheap carbon and this stuff. Because that low angle haze, it's not going to seem like anything. You're not going to notice it when you tint it in your shop. My film's going to look good. Your film's going to look good. When a customer pulls it out into the sunlight, cheaper carbons are really going to haze up on you, and that's the problem. That's like the biggest problem. Oh, I got supers to shout out too. I'm so sorry, guys. We'll shout them out at the end. I kind of want to try and figure out what's going on with this, so I might deliver this and hang on stream and mess around with it for a little bit. We can talk about the setup, or I can. Everybody can tune out. What do you got going on later? Not much. What is today? Today's Thursday? We've been able to schedule extra appointments throughout the week, so like this is what I do for mobile companies. I'll schedule throughout the week and like get them to book all their stuff on like one day. So now that we have 6 days to book available, some of those days are not necessarily going to be as jam-packed as all the other ones. So this is one of those days that is not super jam-packed. So slowed down a little bit. We were going gangbusters for a little bit, but now we have some more availability. It'll pick back up though. So while it's slower, figure out other stuff to do. Thought you were doing another stream. Not today. No shrinking on the sides? Not with windshields and back windows. Actually, same with doors. So it just depends on the way you roll it onto the glass. Always shrink up and down. So easiest for most cars is going to be straight up and down the windshield. If you try and shrink sideways, you're going to have a bad time. Any recommendations on good practice roll for front windshields? Check Tint Depot, and the options are a bit pricier. We gotta spend something. I mean, you can try and find. I would just look for a inexpensive dyed roll of film. So 1.5 mil film is only going to be so cheap across the board because it's just material. You'll have 1 mil films and you have 1.5 mil films. So you can only get it so cheap. And I would highly suggest practicing with a 1.5 versus a 1 for shrinking, because that's going to be a significant difference. That's definitely going to be a significant difference. So you can still shrink 1 mil film and learn a lot from shrinking it, but when you go to shrink 1.5 mil, it's just going to feel different. Same for installation. Why not ceramic? Just budget. It's a way to get heat rejection and save a little bit of money. So ceramic on the front doors, carbon on the windshield. Nothing wrong with that. Show us the card. So this is what it looks like after a couple years. Felt cards. Hello, Tint Studio. How can I help you?
Hi, I had a question.
Sure.
How much say light tint on a 2012 Malibu on all 4 windows and light tint on the front?
You want to do like the full car with the full windshield or without the windshield?
I want light tint all the way around except the back.
So just on the sides?
On the side, light tint on the side
Uh-huh.
and light tint on the back, not the front one.
Okay, so not the front windshield. So just all the sides and the back. The shade doesn't matter as much. You can pick that at your appointment. But starting on that car, you said a 2002 Malibu?
The 2012.
2012 Malibu, my bad. That would be $240 for all the sides and the back.
Okay. Do y'all have anything for next week? Y'all close at 5 on a, y'all open on Saturday?
Yeah, we're open on Saturdays. I can check the schedule and see what next Saturday is looking like.
Or I get off of work? Well, y'all close at 5, not y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would have to be
What day?
it would have to be like the not this Tuesday, Wednesday coming up, like next Tuesday, next Wednesday or Thursday. That is the days I'm off.
Next week, Wednesday or Thursday?
Not this Thursday, not this Wednesday coming up, 'cause I gotta work. The following
Okay, so like
Wednesday or Thursday.
a week from next week, so like 2 weeks from now. That would be, you're looking at like the 18th or the 19th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get you in for sure on those days. What would work better for you?
A Wednesday.
A Wednesday? Okay, sure. You want to bring it in at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. How long do it usually take?
For a full car like that, usually up to 2.5 hours at the most. I always say 2 to 3 hours, but we'll usually have it done inside of that time. I've got a waiting area too if you need to wait on it.
Okay. Okay, well, I can be there at 10. Maybe different day.
Okay.
18th or 19th, date it is.
That would be, yeah, that would be, Wednesday would be on the 18th. So what I can do is I can text you a link to our website with the info that we talked about, and then you can, we take deposits on all the jobs that we do. It's just to ensure somebody holds the spot. So like I said, it'd be $240 total. It's a $40 deposit. and then that comes right off the balance. So it just makes sure we have somebody coming in.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, as soon as you hang up, I will text that over to you, and once we get that deposit from you, you'll be all locked in for Wednesday the 18th at 10 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, thank you. All right. Cannon. All right, I gotta text that real quick. Deposit link for your mail on Wednesday the 18th at 10 a.m. So what I like about doing this too is GoPro. So what I like about taking deposits like that too, and like booking and taking deposits like that, is I can kind of keep working as I'm handling a phone call. Obviously, it gets a little challenging when I'm right about with a heat gun, because that's going to be blowing. But with most of it, it's pretty straightforward. You handle a phone call, you figure out the time in the day, and then I send them a text with the date and the time, and then it links right to my site, and then they leave a deposit. So the nice thing is that if they don't leave a deposit,
LKB Python
then I
super
just
chatted
I just see I have an
$5.
available
Skills
spot.
are
I can
Love
try
the
and
way
follow
you
up with
handle your
them at a
biz.
later time and date, or just like, hey, I didn't get that deposit from you. But for the most part, like, if I don't get a deposit, I don't plan on anybody coming in at that time. So I get to keep working. I don't have somebody marked in my book taking up a spot that's gonna 2 weeks from now not show up. So usually we're pretty good now on if somebody says they're gonna leave a deposit, it's there within a reasonable time frame too. It's got to be like within the day. I mean, it could be like, as long as they communicate with me like, hey, I'm gonna leave that, no problem. It's like if they say they're gonna leave a deposit and then I have somebody else that's asking about that spot, it's really whoever can get the deposit to me first. So that's not gonna happen except for like I'm not gonna have that much competition immediately for a spot. So they have some time, but let's not wait till the day before the appointment to leave a deposit, right? That's all. We had a super in there. LKB, $5. Thank you. Skills are fire. Love the way you handle your biz. Thank you. I appreciate that. I honestly wasn't sure if they were gonna book, but we're still waiting on deposit. Nothing's official till you get that. All right, so this tab I'm gonna cut out before we install it. So just shine a light there and just cut to the very edge. There's a small ceramic border on this one. So I wanna be as exact as I can. Does the 3M product have a better clarity in jail? I don't know about jail. Then Geo. You can look at the spec sheet. I haven't seen. I don't know what 3M's doing as far as carbon goes. But probably not. Or probably pretty similar there. 3M's such a hyped film brand. They make Post-its. And it's not that they make horrible film. They're just definitely like, if I've ever heard about somebody asking about film, it's definitely 3M. And that's just because of the brand. So they charge a lot for it. At the end of the day, clarity and heat rejection, what's good for you and your car, it comes down to, I mean, a big part of that is just coming down to budget. When you're spending a little bit more on a product, you're definitely going to get more bang for your buck. Or a very clear film. So put it this way. If you put them side by side, minus those little 3M logos, it'd be hard to even tell you what film you have on your car. Except for feeling the difference in tone and stuff. Alright, let's give this one more swipe. I want to make sure this is all kind of cleared out. So, we're still using the dash protector because even with its little downsides, I don't have a better solution. I have ceramic on my side windows, and when I focus, I can see little ripples. There shouldn't be rippling. I'll see rippling in windshields. That'll be manufacturing, like, ripple. But on side windows, I don't... You shouldn't see any rippling on your side windows. Usually means bad run of film to have any type of blurriness or waviness or whatever. The only reason I said windshields too was, like, if you look through a brand new windshield at a sharper angle, you'll see like all these little waves in it. Glass is not perfectly smooth, but door windows, when you're sitting in the driver's seat and you're looking through, yeah, you shouldn't see rippling there. We're gonna go faster on this windshield than the doors. Any plans to buy out Geo? No. No, they're doing good though. I don't have much of an interest in owning a film company. Not really. Like, I like doing what I do. I talk to the owner I don't know, like a couple times a month. We check in on each other, see how we're doing in terms of just life and everything that's going on. And he likes to tell me some of the monstrous fun that they're having with logistics and whatnot, and it's just like, yeah, it's a lot. To run a film company is definitely a lot. So I like what I do. I like owning my own shop and streaming. There we go. So, actually, if I hit that blackout button, it says the blackout button. Okay, so sidetrack here. With DMX stage lighting, there's a button on the board called blackout. And that just basically disables everything. It just pauses, puts everything on hold. Yeah, see? It's set up now that if I turn it off and turn it back on, like it's fine, it's working. So it's got to be a software thing. It's got to be software with the Lumia. Nothing. What do they say? No items in queue. That's weird. I don't know why. Stream Elements is hooked up. All right, we'll figure out what's going on. It's a software thing for sure. They'll be up before you know it. All right, let's go. The most exciting part. Reverse rolling this windshield and not kicking my towel down. Have you ever had a car too dirty to tint? Yeah, but we kind of tinted it anyways. If there's a truck that's been mudding or something, that's really like the extreme there. Is like if there's just mud all over it on the inside and the outside, then it's like, all right, dude. But for the most part, like, even if something's gross, I'm still tinting it. I don't really care all that much. Like, the money is sitting there, and you want to do a good job, but you can just go like, look, like if something's really bad, then you can be like, look, I'm going to do as best as I can, and everything should be okay for the most part, but there might be a little bit more in this one. And if they have an issue, well, then you just found somebody that would have an issue with it. But if you can just talk to somebody one-on-one and just be like, look, there might be some issues with this one because there's just an excessive amount of dog hair, dirt, or whatever. And they're like, okay, well then you're good. Just do it. Do as best as you can. Know that there's probably going to be something, just like you talked about the customer with, and then move on to the next one. People, I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'm spoiled with my clients. My clients always seem pretty reasonable. I talk to them like people. They're just like, what are you looking for? What do you want to get? Okay, sweet. We can definitely do it. And then when I have something that I run into, I got the car pulled in, and, you know, I'll try and take care of them within reason. Like yesterday, the guy did a self-removal. He got the majority off of it, but there was like quite a few little spots with that nitpicky, purpley, shitty leftover tint. So he could have done a better job removing it. And it's like, dang. But then I was like, I noticed his defrosters were all cut to hell. And I was like, your defrosters aren't gonna work. And he's like, oh, that's fine. I was like, oh, okay. So I just took care of the rest of the defrosters, and it wasn't a big deal. So I think you're always gonna have those situations, but yeah, I'll usually try and take care of people before anything else. Because like one thing customer's still inside. I'll get to that question here in a sec. I try to take like the mentality of don't let the money walk out the door. So if you set up a time and date and they're there, and it's like just do what you can within reason to make the job happen. For those of you that are taking walk-in appointments, just do what you can to try and make sure it happens then and there, within reason. Like there were many instances with like 2 front doors, for example, at the glass shop. They're like, he came here for his appointment a half hour early, and we told him we couldn't get it in till his appointment time, so we told him to come back in a half an hour. And I'm like, dude, it's 2 doors. We can just pull it around back, and we can finagle it in, and we can make it happen. It's fine. But when you got like a full appointment there, and you're gonna turn him away because he needs to clean up the vehicle more or whatever, so you can do it. Just try and make it happen. Usually people are pretty reasonable. Is that one? Have you ever tried tinted a car with a customer still inside the vehicle? Yeah, on 2 occasions. One of them was incredibly frustrating. It was a couple of doors on an SUV, and then like they showed up late for their appointment, and then they're like, I go to get in the car, and then there's like 5 kids in the car, and then the mother was just like, oh yeah, I just put him down for a nap. And I'm like, oh, bad time to put him down for a nap? I gotta tint the car. And then I think the worst part about it was like the shop was like, they were up there with the customer, and they're like, so you can't just do it with them in there? And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's 5 kids in there. They're sleeping. Can you just get the kids out of the car? Like, liability things? Like, come on. And it was just one of those annoying situations. Ended up pulling in the car and just doing it. Whatever. Fine. And then there's this other situation. This was years ago at my dad's shop. And they didn't speak very good English at all. Just the area. It's the biggest Middle Eastern population in the U.S. And there was an older guy in there, and he was sitting in the back, and they wanted me to like literally, like they had a complaint about the tint on the back window, and he was sitting in the back, and I was like, I need him out of the car so I can work on the back, and like he wasn't getting out of the car, and then they still wanted me to work on it, and I was just like, no. It was so dumb. Turns out he couldn't walk super well, and they didn't have like a wheelchair for him. But they finally moved him to the front though. But like, come on, I have to get back there with tools and heat guns and stuff. Like, come on. But yeah, those were fun. When you work for other companies, you get put in weird situations. Their priority too is usually just do what you can to get the money. So like sometimes that'll be a little extreme on those types of situations, but for the most part, since then, a lot of other places had some reasonable expectations. Cool. Yeah, this turned out great. Windshield went very, very nice. Just pop it up, twist. So, woo! So unfortunately they got the big old dot matrix at the bottom. We can't do anything about that. Everything else though is gonna line up really nice. That's gonna dry out and even out, but kind of like that Acura we had not too long ago. Honda puts a big old dot matrix on the bottom of this one. I think we might have one little thing to press out on the sides. Looks like both doors are all looking good. Sweet. Just want to give one nice swipe. That bottom edge is a little tight. So, before it leaves. Oh, and I got tape for the doors. I got tape for the door. I locked myself out. What are the take-home instructions for customers? Really, really simple. Leave the... Look at that. This is one of those things I have been so not doing for a very long time that reminding myself to tape switches for customers is a good thing. Anyways. There we go. Now it's unlocked. Take-home instructions. It's really easy. No ammonia glass cleaners on the inside. Keep the windows up for a couple days. Very, very straightforward. That's all. And that should do it. We all good? Alrighty. Where's the main? Okay, I'm gonna pull this out. I'll be back here in a minute. I'm gonna mess around with this stream setup here and figure out what's going on. And I got a little time to spare here, so I'll be back. Thank you for the super chats, by the way. I'm gonna shout you out too. one second. Hello? Oh, okay. If they need a signature, just sign for it, but that's good to know.
Yeah. I opened the garage so people can use it in the garage.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right. Probably clay bars, but I don't know for sure if it's clay bar or not. All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, cool. Something's being delivered. Clay bars or tools, I'm not sure. But something's coming in. Not here, at home. Wow, look at how bright that is back there. Did you install the mirror backwards? No. No, the mirror should have been installed the way it was. It's twist on either way, but yeah, it was definitely lined up properly. Or else it wouldn't have gone on. Can you show us an outside video quickly? Not yet. Once they clean up. I've shown a couple times, but there's fun about owning or renting commercial workspace. Landlords are super fun. So many don't give a shit. And it depends on how much you're paying, I think, really, and where you're located. So there's dumpsters back there. So I don't have an actual front door in this building. There's front doors. So this is an L-shaped building. There's front doors along the front, but those are for the other units. This is like the only unit here that doesn't actually have like a front door. So people always drive around to the back, which has been fine. No issues there. I like it because it's kind of like we do appointments anyways, but there's 2 dumpsters back there, which is really convenient. So I just, take all my shit out to the dumpsters, no big deal. But there have been dumping big stuff besides the dumpsters into my parking spots. So I have a couple of parking spots that just have pallets and extra shit. And he said he was going to take care of it by the end of the week. So hopefully that's going to be taken care of, and then I can sweep this front out here because other fun bit was there was a low-hanging power line, and then there's deliveries here all day for like other businesses, and then somebody in a semi-truck just literally ripped down the power line. So this building was without power for 2 weeks. Luckily, the 2 weeks that I took a vacation with. But that was a thing. So how can we fix this? So I'm just going to kind of be here for a little bit. What percent on the Honda? I'm going to get 5% and 50 on the windshield. That was 5% all the way around with 35 on the windshield. 50% is a great shade for the windshield too. It's a little bit more see-through, but it's a nice smoke shade, so you can tell that it's tinted, but it's not so like black out in your face. Like when you put 35 is really comfortable to drive with, but it looks dark. Can you name the tape that you use for the windows? Yeah, absolutely. $35's great. I love 35 on a windshield, but every time I was going by a cop, I was like, so there's a few. Do I still have it over there? I do. My laziness. So, I actually have a little bit left. I didn't even think I had any left. Oh, how about that? Okay, so here's the difference right here. So tuck tape I prefer. Tuck tape is by a Canadian company. So you can order it on Amazon, and it's available like on Amazon Prime, so you can get it pretty quick. So just order a few rolls. This stuff's a little bit more expensive though, but it is about a 1/2 inch wider. Lowe's and DuPont. DuPont's got one called Tyvek. Acrylic adhesive house tape, like for construction, it's sheathing tape. So this stuff was like, I think like $11. This was like $14 with Amazon Prime. I like this stuff just a little bit better. It seems to like not tear away from itself as much, but this stuff's really good. They both stick great. If you want something that'll peel clean and remove from the paneling, this stuff works well too. I'm assuming Home Depot's got their own version. I just ran to Lowe's. I needed something, and then they put Lowe's all over it. So, yeah, that stuff, both of them are great. I wouldn't recommend anything other than sheathing tape anymore. It works. It's got a super sticky grip for basically every situation, and then it peels clean, and it's thin. It's really thin. What about 35% at night? I do a lot of nighttime driving. So if you have brighter white headlights, 35 is pretty great. 50% is like you're always going to be fine. The difference for me is really the brighter headlights. So if I had like on that Accord, it didn't have bright white headlights, I'd be a little bit sketchier. What squeegee, heat shrinking pad, and window cleaning pad do you use? They look like comfortable tools. Oh, wow, this is fun. I haven't like been able to take much of an after party here, but when I have some time after stream to kind of just like hang out, I can answer all these questions too. So this is the Shorty, Fusion Shorty handle. It has a hybrid blade in it right now. It's very comfortable. This is like you're gonna buy one of these, and unless you lose it, you're never gonna have to buy another one of these. The handles are amazing and they last forever. The scrub pad was by Tri-Edge. It's the Scrub It. So there's a video that I made recently that actually talks way more about the window tint removal stuff. That falls into that category. Let me see if I can pull it up. No, this one. Glue off a back window? No, do not. Cool. Yeah, where's this? Here's a video that video. And then I use a felt card too. So MacTac or felt card, that's what this is. This one's just old. Like 2 years old. The older they get, the better they are. Have you ever had people come in that have been popped for their windshield? Surprisingly, no. Like I haven't had to do a removal on a windshield for somebody getting a ticket in forever. Yeah, like there's always people that'll get popped for it here and there. It's generally like they got pulled over for speeding and then they got a ticket for it. Let me shut that door. It's nice though. No, I'm gonna shut it. I got my air running. Guess not. What guess not? What did I miss? Bobby. Oh, do you install the tint? Can you change with a switch? What? I don't understand the question. Can you repeat it? Do you install tint? Can you change with a switch? Oh, I know what you mean. No, I've never installed it. I don't think it's ready for cars, but no, I haven't ever installed it. What a long walk. No kidding. Glue you suggest to replace a button for a rearview mirror? I would contact a glass company and ask them instead. I know they sell kits at like AutoZone and stuff. I would probably trust those. They're not hard to replace. You just gotta clean the surfaces, and then put a dab of glue on it, and then tape it up to the in the right spot onto the windshield, and then just let it dry for a little bit. They're really not that hard to change. Just lining it up is probably the trickiest bit. Okay, so connections. How much did the wall cost? It was thankfully free. That type of shelving, though, can get very expensive. That's commercial grade shelving. I had a connection. One of my lovely sponsors, Sun Distributing, they moved to a building. So I've known them for quite a while. They moved into a building that used to be like a Toys R Us, and they had all that shelving already there. Storage. So they just had extra laying around. And they're like, yeah, if you need some, that's fine. I was like, cool, I need some. So I rented a U-Haul and picked it up. That shit is heavy. Like the rails are like the whole thing. It's just like, ugh. I could pick up one of the shelves and show you, but I don't feel like walking over there. Hybrid squeegee, how long does it last? Quite a while. You'll start to nick one of the edges. I actually have a fix for that now that I'm gonna have to go get. It's in the car. I'm getting so distracted. All right, stream elements. Donation. That's a stream elements donation, though. Item redemption, donation. So, disable that. Disable that. YouTube. Subscriber, disabled. Member, super chat. Super chat's active. So if I do this. Oh yeah, I gotta shout out some super. See, that worked. Why is it? Here, maybe there's just a problem with the way that it's in. There, let's just set it. Anybody can set them off at any amount, and let's see if that fixes it. I have no idea. It's like literally. And it works. All right, let me shout out some super chats here. I have no idea why that's not working. Says it's connected. I wish I could test it. Like, that was a test, but, like, I guess I actually have to super chat myself. I guess I'll do that. Oh, stream elements. Best marketing ideas? There's a video I put about a good marketing idea, too. You have to be more creative than the shop next to you. People are sleeping heavy on video. Like, okay, so hot tip for anybody that is looking to try to get some unique traffic, for people that actually care, you need to be in places that they're searching for. So, like me on YouTube, when somebody searches my car tinted, they find my videos. So, but I'm not all over the place. So, you need to be, like, you need to have things available so when people are looking for you, they can find it. And what's going to set you apart from somebody else is something that sets you apart from somebody else. So, video, good information about what you're installing, why, a little bit of the process, any of that. Everybody is posting pretty pictures of pretty cars and pretty jobs. Everybody looks the same. You have to do something to stand out. Did it work?
Town Tint super chatted 99 cents.
Ah, come on. Okay, I know you guys are talking about like the vaccine, but can you guys chill on that conversation right now, please? I love you, but I don't need this to turn into anything like that right now. I don't care where you stand on it. We're here for fun times. Thank you, Tint Towns, for trying out my super chat, and it unfortunately didn't work. Why? Here. Oh yeah, I need to shout out some super chats too. I keep getting distracted. So YouTube members super chat here. Wow, look, it totally worked. It didn't work. Thank you. Oh, I can set the preference to stream elements. Ooh, maybe that'll fix it. Oh, okay. I have more faith in stream elements than YouTube. Cool. Can I super chat my own thing? I think I can do that. I think I can do a test. All right. First, I'm gonna bring up. Okay, we're good. We're still going. Let me. I bring up my. I brought up the window and then I forgot activity feed. I got a bunch of super chats to shout out, so let me do that real quick right now. So Tint Town, T-Town Tints. Thank you. LKB, Jose, LKB, Daknaz, Jose, LKB, Jose, LKB. Hey man, nice shot. And LKB, Christian. Thank you guys so much for all the supers today. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna super myself. Super chat. Yo, dog. So, buy and send. I can super chat myself. That's awesome. Dang. Still didn't
Tint
work.
Studio super chatted
Why?
$2. Yo dog.
This is so frustrating. Every time I click test, it works. All right, we're gonna close the software. I'm gonna reopen it. Janky software. It's consistent, but it's something with the platforms. Let me make sure I get a stream element connection going on. Delete. New connection. How do I super chat? On YouTube, in the bottom right, there'll be a little $sign there. And then you can send a super chat that way. What platform do you use to accept deposits? I use Wix. So that's what I built my site on, and then they had this handy little like booking section. It's not the cleanest, but it does work well enough. I don't think I got a deposit for that appointment either. I can double check here. Yeah, I don't think so. Doesn't, yep, no deposit. A person said that they deposit and they haven't deposited, so no appointment. No deposit, no appointment. Okay, so we reconnect to the service. Alerts, YouTube, super chat. So then if I do this, so ridiculous. That worked. No items in queue. I could set it up as a chat command, which is kind of weird. All right, let's try another one. Cool stream, dude.
Tint Studio super chatted $2. Cool
Still
stream
no.
done.
It's not popping up as a thing. Why? Okay, I think I know what the problem is, but I don't know how to fix it. Queue settings. Queue is activated. Make all the items that enter the queue equal and added to the back of the list. Dang, it's not, yeah, it's not working. It's the items aren't going into the queue. Oh, that's because I hit that button. Sorry, Alex, you didn't fix it. Alex with the 5, thank you. Sorry, you didn't fix it. I hit a button that tests it, but for whatever reason, it's not picking up. So that's why. Do I have another vehicle? No, this is all. Yeah, it's not. Q. Oh, that's how you spell Q. Q-U-E. Wow. Q-U-E-U-E. Q-E. Sorry. I know this is uneventful. But that's the point. Do you have another vehicle? Have you done anything different to the waiting area? Nope. No, actually I did. I put a small shelf that I'm going to put a Keurig on. Still looks terrible. Do you need to shave windows or is that personal preference? That's personal preference. this dealie. So we're gonna test this out here soon enough because I saw a video that looked really, really fun. This is a mini belt sander. So there's the file method, there's the blade method. I have been very unsuccessful with the blade method, and the file, wasn't super stoked about it, but it's probably the file that I got. I don't know. Anyways, but I was gonna look into getting a different file, and then I saw this. So take a fine grit sand belt, kick this puppy on, and just saw that stuff come right off in a really, really clean line. And I like the idea of this a little bit better too, because you're like, you aren't filing it, you're like doing a high grit sandpaper on it, and really, really fast. So it's gonna like smooth everything out really, really nicely. So you'll probably get a hell of a finish with something like this. The file though, it's too bulky to get in on the sides, so you still have to do, like on frame doors, you still would have to do something a little different for that. But on frameless doors, have you used it? Not yet. We'll play around with it soon enough. I don't know where to even put this now. No items in queue. Something here. Queue is deactivated. Queue is activated. Alert. YouTube. Super chats. Super stickers are on. Oh, I didn't even set up super stickers. Super stickers are different from super chats. Oh, I gotta remember that. Right now, super chats are activated. Save. Can you? I got a great file I use. I post my YouTube video on the Facebook page. Should check it out if you have not. It's in the last 2 minutes of the video. Yeah, if you want to tag me on it too, I'll definitely check it out. I appreciate that. And then if you want to link your, if you want to link the file that you got too, I'd really appreciate that too. I didn't know what file to get, but I know like a bastard cut file. And there's like, I don't know, there's a whole bunch of them that you could get. I got a few, and I just like, I don't know. I've seen it in person, but then when I was trying it, I dried out the window, I tried it, and it seemed like it was shaving off some of the edge of the glass too, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I was probably doing something wrong though. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at right now. When I don't minimize it. Here. So, where's my desktop? This is what I'm playing around with right now. It's a program called Lumia Stream. So my platforms are connected. So I got YouTube and Stream Elements. Stream Elements is like the alerts and stuff. And then if I go to YouTube, Super Chat, and I click this button here, whoa! That does exactly what I need it to do. But for whatever reason, when I go to Q, there's nothing there. Connections, YouTube, Facebook, Stream Elements, those are all there. MIDI's connected. I don't have any lights. And I've deleted these and re-enabled them. So, like, I don't know. I'm not sure what else I can do here. Queue is activated. I thought that was like the last thing. Queue chat commands if you receive multiple chats. Maybe I can try chat commands. So no, let's not do that. It looks like I have to set too many things up to do that. Connection. No. Queue. So let's take that off again. Save. Can't wait to get my tint done by the Tint King. Are you bringing it in? Queue alerts if you receive multiple alerts. One. Yeah, queue alerts. That's good. That should have definitely been on. Make all items that enter the queue equal and add it to the back of the list. This will ignore the order completely. Tagged and linked. Thank you. You're staying there just in case you get... No. No, I'm trying to figure this out. This is like other things that I mess around with in my spare time. This is all that extra stuff that takes up time that I can't do while I'm tinting. Like putting together all that shelving there. I still have to make that wall. I don't know exactly what to do with it. Hang tools from it, but I need a lot of tools. It's in the shop at the moment? No, it's at the wrong shop because you want it done by the Tint King. And it's not here. All right, super chat, super sticker. So if I click this button, it works. It works very consistently too. So that's good. Can you sync the fog with a theme from Jurassic Park? I probably can, yeah. But I'll probably get flagged for using that music. So sad. Maybe the recorder version of it. There's like a really horrible version of that. Any other cars? Not today. I've got something that just showed up at home. This is nice because now I have a little bit of time here. Like it's been nonstop, like busy, and now I have a little bit of time to mess around with this stuff. So. I just wish I understood.
Town Tint super
Why?
chatted 99 cents.
gotta be like, maybe it's an authentication problem. I don't know. How do you authenticate something on YouTube a different way? Why don't you record video? I used to. I haven't done it in a while because of time. I have and streaming's way more fun for me. So what I've been trying to do is, there's like all those things that you kind of want to know about while I'm tinting. I'm trying to at least think of what those are and turn those into a video from the streams. But when I would make a video, it would take a lot of time. Like, it was really dumb. So it doesn't look like it's a lot of work, but I'm not great on camera. So I sit there and I re-record what I'm saying, and then I got to sit there and edit for 8 hours through a garble of what I said and try to do little quick cuts and make it interesting and change camera angles. It's a lot of time. Memberships, giving, merchandise, supers, video advertising. Huh, interesting. They look like they added some more monetization options. I haven't seen that in a minute. See, I don't even know where to go for this. Creator Studio, audio library, subtitles, comments, analytics, playlists. It's buried somewhere in the settings. Your channel, YouTube, switch account. No. Settings. There's the settings thing. Manage permissions. Maybe that's it. This looks exciting. So exciting. Oh. That's not what I want. Community? Yeah, I'd show you guys the back of my YouTube channel, but no. No, there'll be some weird password thing that leaks. Nobody ever hits the like button. Too true. The like button's something that you always have to like remind people about. Wow. I had 2 large channels subscribe. One with 223,000, one with 615,000. Interesting. That's cool. It's not something you see every day. Yeah, I don't know on the YouTube side of thing how to fix that. This is what troubleshooting looks like. It's just boring, but exciting when you actually get it working. Let's see if they actually responded. Nope. Huh. Start tutorial. No, I don't want to skip. Alerts. Yeah, I'm just stuck here. I don't know what else to do. I mean, it's set up. It should just work, but there's something that's keeping it from working, and I don't know what that is, because I do that, and then that happens. Cool. And then nothing else. One person clicking it does their part, helps that much more. Well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. What film's better, Lumar, between Lumar and Suntech? I'd go with Lumar over Suntech, but they're owned by the same company and they come from the same places, so it's just whoever has some like better branding at that point. But out of those two, I'd go with Lumar. Eastman owns Lumar and they bought Suntech a while ago. Okay, I guess in the meantime we'll set up super stickers. Manage F#8. Oh, I could also test MIDIs. No, that'll be boring. That'll be too much. USB note to send. F#8. F#8. No on. Name on. Add MIDI. And then end. Send the same note back. F#8. No on. Port USB MIDI. Off. So now it should be set up for super stickers. Should do the balloon. I gotta buy extra ones. Duration 10 seconds. Whoa, no. Wait, 4 seconds? Save. What's super chat at? 3 seconds. Let's set 3 seconds for now until we get things settled. My old shop is starting to get a lot of bubbling back windows with ATC about 4 or 5 years ago. That sucks. The good news is that with Lumar, they're one of the few companies that really take care of film failures, from what I understand. They pay removal along with retint. So basically, whatever the ticket is, they will pay that. That is how you keep good customers at that point. So it sucks that they have to redo them, but they're getting paid full boat as if, like, and the customer's not out of pocket anything. At least that might be a film credit, and in that case, that sucks a little bit, but hey. I have you side by side with my class I'm on. I'm probably just as interesting. Thank you. Have you ever tried to tint on flat windows? A little bit. So flat is a great business. You can do more in flat glass than auto. You can scale up flat glass way easier too. It's just the challenge with flat glass is just getting those clients. Auto, there's a lot more competition there, but with flat glass, it's like they're bigger sales. So you charge per square foot on flat glass. But so I don't know. I haven't wanted to get into flat because I thought you'd have to do like a bunch of advertising and stuff. Turns out that I see more people getting into flat glass from existing auto customers asking about their houses. And then they kind of get into it that way. So they're doing flat work for people that are already getting their cars done. Are you ever going to use a clear crush again? Maybe. Did you buy one and then I stopped using it? Is that what happened? I like the clear crush. I just hadn't used the hybrid on Geo, and the hybrid is really, really good. So I've got a way to kind of like cut off the top. Maybe I should, no, how much? We got some battery. No, we'll do that next time. I've got a vise sitting outside. It's too soft? Yeah, so it would leave too much, it would leave more water, but it was still a really good squeegee. But that's kind of the point, was like it was supposed to be a really soft squeegee. You made me buy it too. I still like it. And it fixed a problem I was having, and then I just totally forgot about the hybrid. I used the flat out. I was getting a couple of scratches, and then the Blue Max was a good squeegee, but then it started to nick fast, and then the Orange Crush would leave rubber streaks. Clear Crush, I think, was a solid fix, and then I forgot about the hybrid. What's the reason for not putting ceramic on the Honda's windshield? He wanted to save a little bit of money, so the ceramic was just much more expensive, so he still got a good amount of heat rejection. But he did it with carbon instead of ceramic. So he did. The price difference between the front doors is not a whole lot, but for the windshield, it's definitely more. Oh, buy the hybrid. Don't stop using it. Tell me when you get it, and then I'm gonna be like, but wait. I got a drawer full of squeegees. Here. Let's take a quick break here. I'm still waiting on an answer here. I don't understand what's going on. Okay, so is my mic? My mic's working. And where's my other squeegee? So that's one reason I did this too. I've got a bunch of them that I'm not going to use, but I have on standby for people that have questions. Ta-da! Look at this drawer. Isn't this a pretty drawer? So we got the red line, flat out, orange crush, clear crush, pink clean hybrid. We also got the Blue Max and the Clear Max, which is Blue Max's version of a softer squeegee. And then we also have the blackout, the PPF squeegee. I haven't tried this one yet, so was interested to try this one. People were asking about that, I think, a little while ago here. And I bought the Hornet. So this is a handle PPF one. But what I want to try is I want to cut this in half and use it as an auto squeegee and just see how it is. Plus it's a little bit wider, like just a smidge wider, so it could be fun. So, I don't know. I put like the red line, the pink clean, flat out, orange crush, hybrid. I had a bunch of fusion handles, so wanted to make it look all nice. And also be like, you know, hey, let's try this today, let's try that today. So, yeah, going down the line, this is literally every fusion handle squeegee that you can buy. Red line is the hardest, so it's got the same hardness as the flat out does, but they're two different, like they're made two different ways. This I think is an extruded squeegee. This I think is an injection molded squeegee. So this one feels smoother here. This one feels like a little bit, like a slight more rubber texture much like the Orange Crush does. So similar feeling. I really like the squeegee. I just had a couple issues with Geo when I was using it. When I first got the red line, I got it in a blocky version, so it felt really, really hard. Now that I'm picking it up in a cropped version with this edge, it doesn't feel near as hard, so I'm going to have to check this one out, give it a fair shake. Orange Crush, so you go from 6 to 3. So this is the softer. This is one of their most popular auto squeegees. I think it's a hell of a squeegee, and it works really well. It just starts to wear out and leave streaks behind. So then we jumped right down to the Clear Crush, and the Clear Crush is a little bit more slick, but definitely softer. So this one got a little bit of flex there. This one got a lot of bit of flex there. I think just more silicone material, I don't know. And then you go all the way down to the Pink Clean, which is like super flimsy here. And then these two, you can just, like, they feel like they're the same material. Blue Max, decently stiff. This one, a little bit more flex there. Oh, we're messing them up now. So let's put them all back. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of squeegees to play around with, and then we can check out the differences between them. I got 2 in every squeegee, just because you always need a backup, and thought it'd look good. Canon. But the more squeegees to buy, the more you know. I wish they had a more outlined version of this software. Maybe they do on their site. Let me stream. Because they got a Discord. Hey, my grandpa passed away to oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's no good. Yeah, that really sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. You're doing one more card a day? Nope, doesn't look like it. Do you do paid advertising? I haven't in a little while. We might kick some stuff back up again, but wow. Do I not have that? Oh. Can't connect with Hue Bridge. I gotta do a bunch of reading here. Why aren't Twitch chat points? No, nothing to do with Twitch. Videos. They don't have a very good way to troubleshoot the software, too. That sucks. They'll work. I guess that's the good news. Once we figure out this software bug, we'll be good to go. Wow, are we back up 5% today? What happened? Tinted my first windshield on my Smart last week. Turned out great. Dang, good job, man. That's awesome to hear. Woo! Party! Why doesn't this work? I didn't even know what to do. How do you... YouTube? Here, we'll set it back to that. Member, YouTube, save. Super chat is on YouTube. Super stickers on YouTube. Thanks, man. Couldn't have done it without you. Aw, that's nice. Glad to hear the channel help. No work right now. We gotta close up. Pack it in. Shut down. Aw. The lights are flashing for tech support.
Jorge Sandoval super chatted $10 for tech support.
We're gonna set it off anyways. Twice. Jorge with the 10 for tech support. Thank you. I appreciate it a bunch. Thank you for testing it out. I was about to do another one. Oh, I'm so annoyed that doesn't work. Why does it work? At least the tests work. There's that much. Resetting the live. It's possible. It's definitely possible that it was already live. But I don't want to stop going live and then just come back just to do another test. So I was kind of hoping it would all work. But that's also not very confidence inspiring either, because if I go live again just next stream and then it still doesn't work, then I haven't fixed anything. So, alerts. To last use. They're just not popping up. I don't know why. Services. And we've, nothing. Nothing's popping up in a queue. But it is possible that if I stop going, it's just weird, because it'll pick it up off of both services. It'll pick it off of Stream Elements, and it'll also pick it up off of YouTube, but nothing's popping up here. OBS Studio, Streamlabs, OBS, Voice Mod. I'm glad that they had both. We're gonna disconnect YouTube again. Here. We're gonna reconnect Stream Elements. I just want to make sure it does YouTube, right? Logged in as Tint Studio. Yeah, it does. It's definitely Tint Studio. No!
Jorge Sandoval super chatted $2. Testing, testing.
So sad. Yeah, it's just hitting a brick wall. I don't know. Everything is just, the software is not picking it up. But here. No, that one. That one. No, this one. Jorge with the 2. Thank you. Testing, testing. Yeah, it didn't work. I had to set that off. Yeah, once I get this sorted out, it looks like it'll work just fine every time. Just gotta figure that out. You should probably sign off here in a minute, but at this point I just don't care as much. Later. So if I... We're just gonna waste it all on tests. One of these days we'll fix it. 4 cars today? Nice. Staying busy. That's good. I'm just gonna play with my fog machines. I got tools that were dropped off at home. I'm pretty sure they were clay bars though. I gotta go unpack all that stuff, so we're gonna get off here in a little bit. Whoa, you can do, really? You could do reactions, alerts from reactions, like if somebody likes the video. I'm guessing that's on Facebook. That's interesting. Stream elements. So that's a donation though. YouTube is super chats. So it's gotta be through the super chat. Super chats are on. Still no. We even restarted it. Jorge with the 2. Testing, 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 testing. Unfortunately, no.
Jorge Sandoval super chatted $2.
Oh,
Testing,
just,
testing,
like...
testing, testing.
Fuck, I gotta put them back in. Oh wait, no. No, those are still... Okay, cool. Those are still there. Jorge with the 2, thank you. Thank you for all the super chats, buddy. I appreciate it. Sorry it's not working, but trying to troubleshoot this. Right now I'm not doing a whole lot to change anything. Just thinking. There's probably some dumb setting in the software that I'm not seeing. Start Lumia stream on boot. Enable home logs. Show all chat messages. Enable deep logs. I sent you an email with the squeegee you're looking for? Did you? Where? The tint stuff? Or is that the Detroit Tint Studio one? Did you eat the cord? Yes, I did. It's gone. Oh, on Facebook? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. Oh, there. Oh, hey. Oh, they're on Walmart? Yep, that's it. That's the squeegee. $12 on Walmart Marketplace. It's highway robbery. It's like $6 or $7 if you can find it in store. No, it's fine. I'd order a few of them. It's one of those things that you just like. It's an impulse buy. It's just like you're not ordering those online, but it's annoying because it's a good one. That's been my favorite one so far. I've tried a handful of them. Internet, WebSockets, settings, manage. No. Update now. It's up to date. Overlays, alerts. Yep, I literally at wit's end here. It's like somebody said earlier, either restart. Does it pick up chat? 2 chats. Yes. 3 chats. It is picking up chats. So does that mean I can do chat commands? That would be kind of funny. Commands. Is there a way to easily tell the liner or the tint, or is there? There is. You can fold it over, but you just kind of remember. So most rolls, it's on the back side. Here, I'm gonna add a chat command. Maybe we can make this fun for the very end. I don't want to do with this. Okay, so with the corner, so most of the time, unless you're using like Lumar, most of the time when you unroll it, you're unrolling it this way. The liner is on the outside, and that's to protect the film. It'll roll around in the box and stuff like that if you're driving around. It's nice to have it that way, just because you're always got the liner protecting it. Lumar does things backwards. I don't know why. They just do. But if you want to check the end here really quick, I don't remember which is which. So the side that sticks together, if you roll it over on itself and just kind of like try and like basically get it to slide around, it'll stick. So tint sticks to tint, and then the liner side will slide around. So that's like an easy way to tell without peeling a corner. But you'll just kind of remember the more you do it. You install Invisible Shield on the card? Yes. We green screened it. It's gone. Here, I'm gonna mess with a chat command here. Ooh, it'll let me do it too. Okay. Name, new command, fog. How do you set the message? Oh, you can set subscribers for that shit? Oh, that's funny. Follower, regular, subscriber, anyone. Jorge with the 2. More testing. Thank you. I wish it was working. It is still not working. Manage MIDI.
Jorge Sandoval super chatted $2. More testing.
F#8. 2. Done. I like the car sound. Aw, I'm glad. Username. Text to speech. Oh, no. We don't want text to speech. Wow, that just kept going. Oh, okay, so that's how that works. Oh, whoa, we need a time limit on this. Duration. Can we put like a 2-second? 2-second duration on it. Oh, we didn't do an end. Oh, that's why. We didn't. F#8. USB 2, add MIDI, done. Apply. So now if we go test. Okay. Is this actually gonna work? Oh. Dang it. Oh, it's not working. I really thought that would work. Oh, maybe I gotta do it on the YouTube thing. Hang on. No, that didn't work either. Oh, I can create a poll? Oh, sweet. I didn't see this. Am I boring? Ask your community. Look at that. We got polls now? What does that look like? That's sweet. When did they do that? Probably for a while, and I just didn't notice it. Where's the poll? Oh, cool. There it is. It's all the way up there. Why won't it let me participate in my own boring poll? Where do I... The formatting's wrong. How do I look at the whole thing? Oh, there it is. It works. That's cool. 7 votes, 14% yes, 86% no. Oh, that's awesome, though. Hell yeah. I like polls. I was wondering when we were going to get more features. Thanks, YouTube. YouTube's awesome. Okay, so chat command, I don't think works. It's got to be through Twitch. Twitch points, Twitch extensions. Or I got it when active chat will be disabled. Yeah, whatever. Okay, well that's not working. So it's not even picking up the chat then, because 3. Yeah. Yep. That's fun. Well, it doesn't look like we're gonna get this working today. I said you're boring on the poll. Appreciate it. End poll. That's awesome. Because now I can do stuff like create a poll. Okay, cool. Poll completed. There it goes. Nice. So I can do another one. Because that's really helpful for like shrinking door windows, what squeegees, just anything. Anything that I want to. Should we do this? Should we do that? We could put a vote for what squeegee we're even going to use. When are you streaming on OnlyFans? No, not. I am the 14%. That's a pretty large percentage of any community. But I guess it's got to be a small community to be that large of a percent of the community. God, this is driving me crazy, though. So how would I even do a test off stream? I think I'd have to go. We might just try it again. God, I'm so frustrated. Because if I hit stop stream and then start again, it like puts out a notification to everybody, and I don't want it to just be like a worthless notification. So that's what really drives me crazy. It's like it's really hard to test some of these things. I got blocked from donating, or I'm broke. Dang. No, so I've been told quite a few times that if you rapid fire super chats, your bank will do it as a protection because they think somebody is abusing your account. So $10 virtually. I appreciate, dude. I really appreciate all the super chats just for testing's sake. Add MIDI commands to Lumia's default state. Select default MIDI. Oh, you can set a default MIDI. Oh, I get what that means. Add more devices. That's cool. So, one thing is the lights flash, and then you can see they go back to like this little rainbow here. I still have to set that one up. They go back to this little like all studio color thing, and they'll slowly change. That would be a default state. That's cool. I appreciate that. Default state should be fog machines on all the time. Scenes. Scenes. are meant for multiple lights, reactions, animations, hypes, alerts, commands. Yeah, alerts are where it should be. There's no extra settings. Twitch, YouTube. Subscriber alert, we don't need that. Member alert. $2 for testing. C power, and then so they connect to a different service through YouTube, but you can also just control them on your phone, just like any other Wi-Fi bulb. So those are nice. I got these lights. I gotta order more. These ones that are kind of the stick lights. Stream is buffering. That's no good. Must be a YouTube problem. My upload is still going okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It looked like it was YouTube on that bit. Yeah, it didn't say I dropped any frames. Normally that's my internet, and then it'll say it's dropped a shitload of frames, but it didn't drop anything. Test super chat. What was I saying about the lights? So the lights were off of Amazon. They're just like a $15 set of 2. I don't remember exactly what they were, but just an RGB set. And then they hook up to an app that you can control on your phone. But they also tie into a service that I use for the super chats. So that was really nice. So they just kind of like sit up there and they'll change between the colors. Or at least they're supposed to. And then every time the super chats go off, they flash different colors. So that's fun. But I have extra lighting around here. I just got like T5 LED strips. Those work really well. I have to get more for around all the edges to light up the back side of the cars, because I think I gotta have more light spilling in from there. Yeah, I really thought I'd be able to get this fixed by now, but it doesn't look like it. Maybe it's as simple as stopping the stream and starting again. Maybe we'll do that here real quick. Kind of as a last resort. I don't really want to, but. All right. I'm not expecting anything to happen. I guess we'll do a quick test then. I don't have anything else I can do. So I'm going to stop this stream, and I'm going to start another one. Next regular stream should probably just be tomorrow. But I'm just going to go live here, do a quick test, see if that will magically connect it. And then hopefully that works. So I'm going to do my own test super chat. All right. Thank you guys so much. For those of you that are just going to skip out, I appreciate you guys hanging out. And I'll be right back, though. Bye-bye.